The weirdest thing about them is these two are naked, and they've got banjos, and why are they naked? I don't know. I'd have to ask them sometime. The stuff I have to show you now is these two and this one. This is a drawing of this. And I'm sure you've worked that out already amongst yourselves. I think that one's the shoulders with this. He's trying to trick us by making that one the same as that one. I know what you're saying. Is that all you've done since the last time we saw you? You don't do much, do you? And it's true, I don't do much. I love this. I don't know what it is. You should thank yourself that I didn't design human beings. You'd be a weird shape. And I love this. This is direction. I don't know why it's called direction. It's been too long. This person is leading or directing these two persons. I don't know what they're doing or where they're going, but they're being led by this person. I don't know if it's a woman or a man. I think it's a woman because it looks like a dress. But that's not the way I work. I just draw them. And it could be anything. It could be a kilt with something stuffed up it. It's up to yourself. And that's as much as you're getting out of me. I love it. I love the attitude of them. Following your mother through a shop when you hate shopping comes to mind. Oh, here we go again. And these two, this is two for the road. It looks like every band I was ever in. I was never in a popular band, except the Humble Bums. And it reminds me of the recent book I've done about being on the road and traveling, and how much that has been part of my life. And it's lovely. The big one he's in charge. And it's two for the road. They're on the road, there's the two of them. They're traveling, they're doing gigs. They don't do engagements, they do gigs. And it's lovely. I'm very fond of them. I love it because it reminds me of a joke which has stayed with me for years. I sometimes find myself sitting smiling as I think about it. Was there's two guys like them turn up they're booked for a gig, and they turn up and they do it and they go down really well. I suppose it's a surprise to themselves. They go down well, and after they've gone down well, the organizer of the gig comes up and says, "That was splendid. I'll tell you what, could you come back and do the same gig exactly a year from tonight?" I said, "Oh yeah, that would be lovely." And he goes away and they call on him, "Excuse me, that was very nice of you to offer us the gig a year from tonight. But we were just thinking, would it be cool to leave the gear here?" And it's always made me laugh. And there's a loneliness about them. There's a separateness, an adriftness. And I love them. And this is a print. And it's coming out at the same time. And it's lovely. I'm bringing out a book called Ramblin' Man about this very thing, about traveling the road, doing this kind of thing. And they'll appear in it. Lots of people will appear in it. People who travel the roads being windswept and interesting. It's two typical folkies, a banjo player and a melodeon player. There's a little melodeon here, in case you can't see it. And they're just two typical folkies, a tall one and a wee one. Unkempt, clueless, touring the country, singing their songs, making a bob or two, trying to get by. And it's lovely. I love people like that. I was one for many years. It's just a self-portrait. I was the banjo player. I played it with Jerry Rafferty and Tom Harvey. We toured the country, little towns you never heard of, Oswald Twistle, playing for the night and playing for whatever came in the door. These guys played melodeons. I never knew where you bought a melodeon, but they knew shops that sold melodeons. I didn't know there was such a thing. They always were authorities on it, and they would bore you stiff. If you said, I like your melodeon, they would say, oh yeah, it's an M17, or something along those lines. I just made M17 up. And you would say, oh really? And say, yeah, it was designed by a man called Thompson. It's a copy of the M15, except the thumb holes are slightly different. And it would go on for days about this bloody melodeon, and you couldn't get away from him. There was nice looking women wandering about, and he was keeping you away from them. But they had lovely outlook on life. They represent something that's very dear to me. And I'm glad it's coming out.